Zimbabwe has made a momentous decision to introduce a new currency backed by gold, marking a significant departure from its troubled economic history. The country has long grappled with economic instability, including hyperinflation and a lack of confidence in its monetary systems. This new currency, known as ZiG, represents a strategic shift aimed at restoring stability and rebuilding trust in Zimbabwe's financial landscape. By pegging the currency to precious metals and bolstering it with foreign reserves, Zimbabwe seeks to establish a solid foundation for its monetary framework. This move signifies a break from the cycles of inflation and currency devaluation that have plagued the nation. The impact of this decision extends beyond Zimbabwe's borders, resonating across Africa where economic stability remains a pressing concern for many countries. Zimbabwe's bold step could serve as a potential model for other nations grappling with similar challenges, offering valuable insights into navigating economic turbulence and rebuilding confidence in financial institutions. As one of Africa's prominent economies, Zimbabwe's successful implementation of a gold-backed currency has the potential to inspire confidence and drive economic reforms in other countries. Furthermore, the introduction of ZiG holds profound implications for ordinary Zimbabweans who have endured economic hardships in recent years. The volatility of the local currency has made it difficult for people to afford necessities and preserve the value of their savings. By anchoring the new currency to tangible assets like gold, the government aims to bring stability and protect the purchasing power of its citizens, providing a glimmer of hope amidst uncertainty. The decision to launch this new currency stems from Zimbabwe's tumultuous relationship with its local currency, a recurring theme in the country's economic narrative. Following the adoption of the US dollar in 2009, there was a temporary period of stability that offered relief from hyperinflation. However, this respite was short-lived, as Zimbabwe faced a complex array of economic challenges. The once revered Zimbabwean dollar, a symbol of national sovereignty, succumbed to hyperinflation, leading to widespread disillusionment among the population. Despite various attempts to revive the local currency, such as the reintroduction of the Zimbabwean dollar in 2019, trust remained elusive, and the currency continued to depreciate. This persistent depreciation exacerbated inflationary pressures, eroding the purchasing power of ordinary citizens and perpetuating a cycle of economic uncertainty. Zimbabwe's journey towards implementing a gold-backed currency is not without its challenges. While the introduction of the Zimbabwe Gold ZiG holds promise for stability and prosperity, several hurdles lie ahead that must be overcome for its success. Effective implementation of the new currency will be crucial. It requires meticulous planning, coordination, and execution to ensure a smooth transition and minimize disruptions to the economy. The government will need to establish robust systems and infrastructure to support the circulation and management of the currency. Transparent governance is another critical factor. To instill confidence among citizens and international investors, Zimbabwe must adhere to rigorous governance standards. This includes regular audits and public disclosure of gold reserves to ensure transparency and maintain trust in the backing of the currency. Prudent economic management is paramount. Zimbabwe needs to enact sound fiscal and monetary policies to maintain the stability and value of the gold-backed currency. This entails managing inflation, maintaining a balanced budget, and implementing measures to promote sustainable economic growth. Widespread adoption and acceptance of the new currency pose a significant challenge. The government must engage in a comprehensive education campaign to inform and educate citizens about the benefits and advantages of using the Zimbabwe Gold ZiG. Building trust and confidence in the currency will require addressing underlying economic challenges, improving the business environment, and demonstrating the currency's reliability as a medium of exchange. External factors also present challenges. Zimbabwe's economy is interconnected with the global economy, and fluctuations in international markets can impact the value and stability of the currency. The government must closely monitor and navigate these external forces to mitigate risks and ensure the resilience of the gold-backed currency. Overcoming these challenges will require concerted efforts, strong leadership, and collaboration between the government, financial institutions, businesses, and citizens. With careful planning and effective implementation, Zimbabwe has the potential to overcome these obstacles and chart a new path towards economic stability and prosperity. Zimbabwe's move to introduce a gold-backed currency not only aims to restore stability and prosperity, but also seeks to reduce the country's reliance on the Western economic system. By adopting a currency backed by gold, Zimbabwe aims to decrease its dependence on Western fiat currencies like the US dollar, which have traditionally dominated international trade and financial transactions. The introduction of ZiG, the gold-backed currency, offers Zimbabwe an opportunity to assert its economic sovereignty and establish a more self-reliant financial system. By anchoring the currency to tangible assets like gold, Zimbabwe can reduce its vulnerability to the fluctuations and uncertainties associated with Western currencies. This strategic shift allows Zimbabwe to diversify its reserves and establish a more balanced approach to its monetary framework. By incorporating gold as a backing for the currency, Zimbabwe can tap into the intrinsic value and stability of this precious metal, which is recognized and valued worldwide. Furthermore, reducing dependency on Western currencies can provide Zimbabwe with greater control over its economic policies and decision-making. It enables the country to have a more autonomous approach to trade and financial transactions, reducing exposure to external economic pressures and potential manipulation by Western powers. While the path toward reducing reliance on the Western economic system may present challenges, such as establishing new trade relationships and navigating global financial networks, the introduction of a gold-backed currency is a significant step in that direction. It represents a move towards economic diversification and a more balanced engagement with the international community. By embracing a gold-backed currency, Zimbabwe aims to assert its economic independence, promote its financial stability, and foster a sense of confidence and trust among its citizens and international partners. It is a bold step towards reshaping the country's economic landscape and forging a path that is less beholden to the Western economic system. The decision by Zimbabwe to adopt a gold-backed currency has the potential to have a significant impact, not only within the country, but also across the African continent. While the ultimate success of this plan remains uncertain, its implications for Africa are worth considering. First and foremost, the adoption of a gold-backed currency offers Zimbabwe a measure of protection against the volatility and potential manipulation of external currencies, particularly those imposed by Western powers. By anchoring its currency to gold, Zimbabwe can rely on the global market forces that determine the value of this precious metal, rather than being subject to the policies of specific countries. This move towards greater autonomy in monetary decision-making can shield Zimbabwe from the impacts of currency fluctuations and external economic policies. The impact of Zimbabwe's decision extends beyond its borders, as many African nations grapple with similar challenges related to currency volatility and inflationary pressures. The success or failure of Zimbabwe's experiment with a gold-backed currency will undoubtedly attract attention and scrutiny throughout the continent. If this bold endeavor proves successful, it could serve as an inspiration and a model for other countries seeking solutions to their economic woes. Zimbabwe's success in demonstrating the feasibility and effectiveness of a gold-backed currency could encourage confidence and spur economic reforms in other African nations, fostering a broader shift towards more stable and resilient monetary systems. Moreover, the adoption of a stable and reliable currency like the Zimbabwe Gold ZiG could enhance Zimbabwe's credibility as a trading partner within the region. A strong currency would facilitate cross-border commerce and encourage increased investment in Zimbabwe, potentially boosting regional trade and cooperation. While the long-term outcome of Zimbabwe's plan remains to be seen, it is evident that the decision to launch a gold-backed currency represents a significant milestone for the country. It is a bold experiment driven by necessity and informed by past lessons. The success of this venture could have far-reaching implications for economic governance and inspire a greater sense of independence and self-reliance among African nations. As to whether the Western economic system is losing its grip on Africa, it is a complex and multifaceted question that requires careful analysis. While Zimbabwe's move towards a gold-backed currency may signal a desire for greater autonomy, it is important to consider that the Western economic system still holds significant influence and plays a substantial role in Africa's economic landscape. The extent to which Africa achieves independence in terms of economic governance is a nuanced and ongoing process that involves various factors, including political, social, and economic dynamics. Please share your thoughts and comments on whether you believe Africa is closer to independence in the comments section.